Hello everyone! Today we will be looking at a very affordable, pure and simple French knife from the southwest of France. The knife is called le Garonnais. This knife originated in the area between the Pyrenees and the Périgord. Its name is derived from the River Garonne. The Garonne is a river in southwest France with a length of 575 kilometers. The river rises in the Spanish Pyrenees, flowing via Toulouse towards Bordeaux. Just after Bordeaux, the Garonne finally meets the Dordogne River, after which the two rivers become the Gironde estuary, which flows into the Atlantic Ocean. So now that you know where we are geographically, let's take a closer look at the knife itself. As I already mentioned, it's an inexpensive knife. It costs just a bit over 30 euro, but it's very well made. The cutlery company is called Sabot. It's a family business that specializes in regional French knives. Sabot means wooden shoe, and you can see this trademark of a stylized wooden shoe right here on the box and on the blade. By the way, the trademark Le Sabot was registered in 1870, so it has been around for more than 140 years. As for the specs, the closed length is 10.5 centimeters, the overall length is 19 centimeters, and the blade length is 8.5 centimeters. The blade thickness is 3 millimeters, and the weight comes in at 90 grams. Let's do a quick size comparison. This is an Opinel number 8, and this is the Alsacien, another regional French knife, but from the opposite end of the country, namely from the northeast of France. The handle shape resembles a Barlow knife, only being larger and stretched. The handle tapers towards the blade and has this characteristic elongated bolster. The construction of the handle is pretty simple. There are two stainless steel liners, two stainless steel bolsters, and two wooden handle scales. The wood used here is ebony wood. The handle is long enough to provide a good grip, but there are no bells and whistles, no jimping, no finger choils, no pocket clip. Being a traditional knife, the Garonnais is a slip joint, of course. There is no locking mechanism, just a back spring, but this spring is very, very strong. Before we move on to the blade, let's take a look at the handle shield, because there is quite an interesting detail here. The symbol on the handle shield is called La Croix Occitane or Croix du Languedoc. In English it is called the Occitan Cross or the Cross of Languedoc. The name of the region Languedoc is derived from Languedoc, which simply means language of Occitania. There is a mysterious legend connected to this cross, but basically the Occitan cross is a heraldic symbol, and the history of this emblem goes back to the Middle Ages. The Occitan cross belongs to the region in southern Europe where Occitan was historically the main language spoken and where it is sometimes still used. This cultural area roughly encompasses the southern half of France as well as Monaco and smaller parts of Italy and Spain. Today the Occitan cross is still part of many emblems of cities in this region, including Toulouse, which was the capital of the former province of Languedoc. And as you may remember from my geographical introduction, Toulouse lies on the banks of the River Garonne. So as you can see, the historical bits and pieces fit together quite nicely. Back to the knife itself. The blade is made of 12C27, a top quality stainless steel from Sandvik. The blade shape is a drop point. The blade is full flat ground, which I prefer for an all-purpose utility knife, and it comes with a classic nail nick for comfortable opening. Now, what I like most about the blade is its width. The blade is wider than that of an Opinel number 8. The full flat grind makes this blade a good slicer, but on top of that, because of the width of the blade, you can easily use it for spreading butter, jelly or honey onto bread. a bit over 30 euro, you get a well-made knife that is perfect as a picnic knife or as an EDC knife. Plus you get a knife with lots of history and tradition. What do you want more? Finally, I would like to say a big thank you to a very kind lady. I ordered this knife from a French online retailer, couteauxcie.com. It was my first order ever, and look what I got. The online shop is owned by a lady, Madame Dufay, and although my order was very small, she took the time to write a personal message. But what is more important, she even wrote it in German. It says, "Hello, thank you very much for your order. I wish you a happy new year 2012. Best regards, Laurence Dufay." The German is not 100% perfect, but that doesn't count. It's the little gesture that counts. If you happen to watch this, Madame Dufay, merci beaucoup, Madame, c'est très aimable de votre part.